today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, and out a little across the 25 to the 27. They're in their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
3-yard gain on the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
To number 80, Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jaguars nothing. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Jaguars offense for the first time with Gardner Minshew, a Washington State product, leading the way.
I know that people like him, and he's kind of a phenomenon in the league as Gardner Minshew. But I'm not sure he gets enough credit for how well he plays the game of football at the quarterback spot. Remember, he was a 6th-round pick, and a surprise 6th-round pick at that. More than held his own as a rookie after Nick Foles' broken clavicle forced him onto the field in the second quarter of Week 1. The Jaguars went 6-6 with him as a starter in 12 opportunities. Now they've got a chance to continue to progress and move forward with Gardner Minshew.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
That's good for a Jaguars.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're putting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoff. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Jaguars nothing. Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Nick Chubb, 2nd leading rusher in the NFL last year. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he knocks it through. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Minshew with a throw caught by Eifert, the tight end.
Minshew's pass.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great community.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
intercepted by
CD. I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Gardner Minshew and the Jags ready to go on offense once again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Complete to James Robinson.
Here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
This is taken at the 23. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are pouring it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Sheldon Richardson. Baker Mayfield sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Cleveland.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Parkey with the extra point, and the round is on here in this first half.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Giants who are out in front. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 21-9, your final. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 35-16, your final score. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly
And oh, it coughed it up.
Chris Conley. That's good.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
42-yard
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On first down, Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
ball carrier.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th.
33-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
42.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Gain of 29.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Number 80,
Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Browns continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Short pass. Eifert on the receiving end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Chris Conley. Incomplete.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. The Browns drive about to get started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 31 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra
I have
point.
to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. His throw incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Minshew sets to throw. And this will be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Tyler Eifert. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Minshew on target there to Conley. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards the pickup there.
27-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 3. At the 40.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Right at midfield.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st down, Cleveland.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Joe Schobert on the tackle.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10.